For big cases, though, I noticed that we were losing some of these big cases, sometimes $5,000, sometimes $24,000. Full mouth restoration case, we were losing that. Think about your practice and losing that kind of case, a new patient plus the amount of production that it could bring in, plus the fact that they're not getting their health taken care of. We're losing that all the time, and I didn't like that. So I wanted to take away some of that hope and luck out of it. So when I was listening to the calls that were coming in from the front office, from the marketing, I noticed there was a lot of questions they were asking, and it wasn't handled properly. And no matter how much training you do for the staff, there's always people going to fall through the cracks, and the amount of work they need done is too much to let a 30-second call leave to chance. We need to take care of this. We need to make sure all their questions are answered. But the problem is, if they're sitting on the phone with the staff answering all the questions, they're going to take up the staff time and so on and so forth. So we need a way to one, answer all the patients' fears and objections. Two, build you as a brand so that people can call you. People know to call you and they're asking for you specifically. Do it all automatically and do it predictably so that you're getting several new cases per month. So that's when I came up with the big case marketing system. The big case marketing system is there to make sure that you get a predictable stream, increased stream of cases per month, which of course adds to your production. At the same time, it builds you as a local celebrity authority, so that, like Dr. Oz, people take your advice. It builds a relationship, and also it's a tool of influence over you. The other thing that we should look at for big production cases is that you want to do a surgical strike. I talked about implants, talked about braces. You can't target all those people. You can't target all those people all at once. You have to target them individually. The amount of money that each one of those cases brings into your office, the amount of work that's needed for each one of those offices, is not specifically warrants the amount of time and attention that we put into them. So if you focus on those instead of trying to do everything for everyone all at once with your marketing, if you just focus on those, you can make the bigger impact. Now, I talked a bit before about how you can do surgical strikes, and now you can target cultures, like in this book. You can target the affluent. Those are demographics. Or you can target psychographic. Or you can target specific groups. People that like to golf, people that like to boat, people that like to ski. You can also target specific problems versus benefits. So by laser focusing on someone's problem actually makes them very interested in you. If someone's going around with pain in their mouth and you talk about their pain, they're going to pay attention to you. Likewise, if someone has a specific condition, they'll also pay attention to you. That way, by performing those surgical strikes, you spend less money, you get more results, and you provide a better level of care for the people that are coming in. Because they think that you care most about them. You've customized your solution for them specifically, and that's what it's all about. It's about building the relationship with the patient. The next one is promotions. I've indirectly developed something called the Best Month Ever promotion, and it didn't always used to be called the Best Month Ever promotion. When I first started off, it was a whitening promotion, and what happened was I noticed that during the course of the month that I put the promotion on, I noticed that the marketing that we produced for it, and when we sent it out to patients, and I noticed that after putting into several offices, after looking into the billing by procedural code, I noticed that the overall production has went up in most cases 42% for that month. And I looked into it further, and it was for crowns, bridges, implants, and other restorative work. Fillings, a lot of fillings. It looks like by doing a promotion, you get enough interest from people, and what happens is a lot of people that they know they need some treatment done will come in and do it. And that's typically for the restorative case. The cosmetic side, I haven't seen much movement on the cosmetic side, but certainly a lot more crowns and bridges, and that's the best month ever promotion. Internally, you can market to your patients similar to how you market to it externally. However, trust is not as big of a hurdle with your internal patients. So when you're marketing, you don't have to send out as much. You can just overcome the fears and objections that people have to specific treatments, because even though they're your patients, they still fear surgery. They still fear the perceived cost of any other treatment. So in order to target internally, especially with big cases, you want to make sure that that you're talking to the patients in a way that tips the scale, the emotional scale, in favor of the problem they're going to face and the consequences versus the cost. So that's typically how that would be done. Hygiene, of course,